Hi, I'm George, and this is AI Photography Training. Today, I'd like to show you the file preparation steps that we took to convert this image into this image using Photoshop's built-in AI features. A quick note about this picture. It was very cluttered behind this table, so we held a black cloth behind it to isolate the table and the vases. Now, you can also see here there's a lot of discoloration and other elements of this picture that we probably wouldn't want. And in fact, when we went to this, you can see a lot of that is gone. And so we're going to show you how we did some of that today, not to teach you how to use Photoshop, but to show you how to prepare a file for using AI so you have the best chance of getting what you want when it's all done. To start off, we knew we were going to change the color palette. While we knew it wasn't totally necessary, we wanted to cool down this palette a little bit before altering it further. So we took it down to this. Now you could do that in several ways. You could use adjustment layers like hue and saturation. That would definitely do it. You could use the camera raw filter and do quite a few adjustments there. We did something similar to that by using On1 Photo Raw. But the point being, we just wanted to adjust the palette down a little bit before going further with altering the colors in AI. Before going any further, one little point of clarification. I created a couple of these steps with separate images just for brevity to show you what we're doing. But in reality, we would have used separate layers for each of these steps. And in fact, I'll try to do that a bit here as we go forward. So let's continue on. If that was all you needed, you could go right to using the AI enhancements or export the file to use your favorite AI platform. In this case, we want to do a few more, let's say, interesting things, starting with moving this vase over and in front of these two vases, basically something like this. Now, you may be saying, why not just let AI do it by telling it, move the vase in front of the other vases? Well, the problem with that is it may or it may not, or it may change the shape of the vase, or it may put it someplace you didn't expect. So if you have the tools to do it before you go to the rest of the AI tools, you'll be that much further ahead. So let's duplicate the background layer, and we'll just call it Move Vase. And now we want to select this vase and move it over. Now, there's a lot of ways you could do that in the past, but most of them were not very accurate. But now Photoshop and many other tools have an AI-assisted object selection tool. So just select that. And now as you pass over the various objects, it highlights them. So just stop on this vase, for example, click it, and you'll get a selection. Now, at this point, I suggest turning off the background layer, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and move this over. And you can see the other vase still behind it. We don't want that, and that's going to be harder to remove later. So we'll just turn off the background layer, and we'll create this empty slot. That's okay. We'll be taking care of that in the next step. And let's create another duplicate layer. And I'll just call it Fill In Vase. Now to do this, we're going to use a couple of tools. First thing I'm going to do is start with the Remove tool and just clean this little bit of area up here. Usually I'll do this much more magnified, but again, just for the purposes here, we'll just go through here and just select that little bit of area there. Okay, now we're ready to use Generative Fill. To do that, I'll select the lasso tool and just come around kind of broadly, not trying to be that exact, and go all around it. Now we'll select the Generative Fill up here, and we're going to select Firefly Image 3 for our purposes for this part of it. We're not going to enter a prompt. We're just going to go ahead and see what happens. That's not too bad. a start. Kind of like that one. That's a little short. Let's see if we can use this one. Next, let's crop the image, but before we do that, let's merge the last two layers. So I'm just going to select this layer below as well as the generative fill layer, and then, at least on a Mac, I'm going to use Shift, Option, Command, E to create a merge layer of those last two, and then I can turn off everything else below it. And we can name this Original Fill, because we're going to be changing that some more later. So we see this as a vertical image, so let's go ahead and crop it now. And we will pick 2x3. Select that. And now we'll move to cleaning this up. Actually, before we clean it up, let's see if we can extend the background vase just a little bit. Let's go back and use the lasso tool and just highlight this area right down here a little bit. Go to Generative Fill. Again, we're going to leave it just as before and hit Generate. Not bad. Take a look at all three of them. The first one actually came out pretty good. So let's use this, and now we'll clean it up. Okay, before we clean it up, let's again merge the last couple of layers. Again, on the Mac, it's Shift, Option, Command, E. And we'll call it Cleanup Layer. Cleanup Layer. All right. Now, I'm not going to go through every little detail of how we do this. I'm just going to do certain items. I don't want to bore you to death with, an hour of doing this sort of thing. So to clean this up, we can see there's a lot of things we don't want. We don't want this, the old vase that was there, some of the inconsistencies all over the picture. So let's start working on it. Now, for almost all of it, I'm just going to use the Remove tool because it'll work really well on this particular image. So for example, I can just take this guy out, gone. I can probably just come through and do that. And I can go on and do all of these. Here's a big one, I think, I'll show you. Let's enlarge this a little bit. This bottom of the table, we'll just come across that, and that'll take that out. And then finally, we'll pick little spots and clean those up. What I really want to clean up are all these spots on the vases. So I'll be just going through item by item, and taking care of them. I do want to leave some of the texture and things like that. So I'll finish cleaning this up with that Remove tool, and then we'll talk about the final steps. Okay, so I've cleaned this up enough for our purposes. I'll do a little back and forth here by turning on and off the layer. So that's how it was, and that's how it is now. Pretty much ready to go on for the next step, which will be colorizing it, changing the palette, and coming up with a new background and mood for the overall picture. And so this wraps up the file preparation steps for this particular picture. Admittedly, it's a rather complex one. Most pictures are nowhere near this complicated, but I wanted to give you an example of just how far you can go with preparing an image before we move on to the final steps of colorizing, changing the palette, and adding a new background. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.